I'm gonna show you how I recorded my song Can't Stop. Let's jump in.
The days blur all into one, and I wonder when it'll be done, 'cause I'm so tired of waking to...
The beginning of the song starts with drums, bass, and electric guitar. The song idea started with that electric guitar groove, and I wrote some lyrics over it, so now the vocal is gonna come in.
I've had a hell of a ride, and they say it's the beginning, but I don't know why I go on anymore.
For the vocal, I think I recorded that at least 3 times because I wanted to get the right vibe for it. I wanted it to sort of sound like not too happy, kind of bored, because that's what the song is about, just being bored with life and going through the motions and just living that endless treadmill. Now in the song, the second vocal comes in as a double, which is just adds like some different texture.
Slow motion taking its toll, and I don't know what I'll ever know. Still I hang on with my mind on the prize.
Really simple so far. Drums, solo those for you. And I'll play the bass. And the drums and the bass, just like Drive, were done by the same session players. They did a really good job. For the chorus, I didn't want it to be super grand and big sounding, because again, I wanted to sort of stick to the theme of the song, where it's just like, life is so boring. What I did was I cut the main guitar groove. I stopped that, and then I switched to a similar kind of thing, but playing it higher up. So still keeping that hypnotic kind of guitar feel, and it's got some really nice chorus on it. If you don't want to layer on a bunch of sounds and make something sound really huge, you're playing something lower, just play it higher, at a higher octave. That's just something that always perks up people's ears. That was the idea there, and then I added this sparkly synth. There are a few backing vocals in the first chorus. They're just doubles. So this is the lead with the double.
Eyes, 'cause I can't stop.
And there's a higher octave double in there.
I can't stop.
And that's a similar idea to what I did with the electric guitar, playing a higher part, just taking the vocal line and taking it up to a higher octave. And then, of course, the thing that brings in so much warmth is the acoustic guitar. Nice and sparkly synth with the sparkly acoustic. So verse 2 now, I was trying to figure out how to keep this song interesting, again, without getting too crazy with the arrangement. One thing I did, easy choice, was add a little tambourine hit.
Days blur all into one, and I wonder when it'll be done, 'cause I'm...
And you can already hear the other thing I did too, which is I added the vocal double from the start of the verse. In verse 1, remember, it comes in like halfway through the verse. This one just comes in from the start of verse 2. And basically what's happening with the vocals in verse 2 is that arrangement is building up with more layers, and then it goes away. And then it all comes back in for the last chorus. So let me show you what I mean.
The days blur all into one, and I wonder when it'll be done, 'cause I'm so tired of waking to this life.
And now, back to just a single vocal.
Cold water over my head. When my thoughts hit, I'm frozen again, and I Wish I could numb it all sometime.
So there you go. It's building up again. I forgot to mention the second half of verse 2. Again, I did the thing where I cut off the main guitar. So right there, that higher electric guitar is coming back in. All together.
Wake into this life. Cold water over my head when my thoughts hit.
It's really pretty, the last chorus.
But I can't stop. I can't stop feeling. No, I can't stop.
This time I got a low harmony in the last.
But
I should solo that so you actually hear the low harmony.
I can't stop. I can't stop feeling.
The other addition in the last chorus is my Les Paul doing these heavy strums. And you have the higher electric chorus guitar. Again, another way to add interest to this song without throwing in a bunch of layers. This part obviously is slightly different from the part that this guitar played in chorus 1. So remember, like, chorus 1 was and chorus 2. This song ends with an outro. The most obvious thing that sticks out in the outro is the magical piano part. That was completely unplanned. I had gone to my friend Caesar's house. He plays piano, super talented. I've known him since high school. We were just coming up with ideas for this. He just randomly sat there and went do because that's what he does. He said, "Why don't you use that as the outro?" And I was like, yeah. The whole idea of the outro is picking up the pace of the song. I just imagine myself like I'm sort of like dragging myself along on the sidewalk, and then suddenly I just start sprinting. That's what it feels like to me. To kick off that change in energy, there's the vocal of me shouting into this cool mic called the carbon phone.
No, I can't stop.
The bass line also picks up in the earlier parts of the song. It's playing more longer notes. And then in the outro, it starts playing like this. And the main guitar part also switches what it's playing and starts playing along with the bass, which works really nicely. Something I really like is the contrast of the choruses and the outro to the verses. The verses are just going on through the depressing days, and the choruses and the outro bring that brightness and sparkle. It's just a reminder that there's hope, things change, and you just gotta keep going. So thank you for listening to Can't Stop. I hope you enjoyed this video.
I can't stop breathing.